So let's dive into a story that honestly feels like an epic film. It's a saga about a hero's return, a divine promise whispered under the stars, and the unexpected heavy weight of a single oath. This is Isaac's journey. But who is this guy, Isaac? Well, this quote right here, it just nails it. He's not your typical hero of loud speeches and epic battles. His strength is way quieter, It's deeper. He's this gentle, reflective soul whose trust is so unshakable, it becomes the foundation for this entire story. It's a totally different kind of leadership, one built on quiet, solid faith. And for this man of peace, our story really kicks off not with some grand adventure, but with a quiet homecoming. See, after a really tough time, a period of famine, it's time to go back to his roots, back to the land of his father. So what's happening here? Well, the land is finally starting to heal from this devastating famine, and Isaac gets this divine nudge, this instruction, go back to your land. So he packs up and journeys from the Well of the Oath all the way back to Hebron, setting up camp right near a tower his father, Abraham, had built. And then, in this really powerful moment of reunion, his son Jacob shows up, bringing the family all together again on their ancestral ground. But settling down in Hebron, that's not the end of the story, not by a long shot. In fact, you could say it's just the prelude to another journey, one that's even more fateful and will end up defining his entire legacy. And what's fascinating is how specific the timing is here. The original sources are crystal clear. This isn't just some random road trip. The calendar marker is a huge signal that we are entering a major new chapter, a moment of real transition for Isaac and everyone with him. Now, where he's going, that is absolutely key. He travels back to a place called Beersheba, which means Well of the Oath. And this isn't just any old well. This place is soaked in his father's story, charged with spiritual history and memory. And it's right here, at this sacred spot, under this massive, quiet night sky, that the story hits its absolute emotional and spiritual peak. Just picture it for a second. The night is completely still, there's a new moon hanging up in the sky, and Isaac receives this profound reassurance. It's not some booming command from the heavens, it's a quiet reaffirmation of the promise that was made to his father. A promise of protection, of blessing, of a future that's just boundless. And this tells you everything you need to know about Isaac's character. He doesn't just listen to the promise. He gets up and acts on it, immediately. He rebuilds the altar his father made. He pitches his tent to actually live there. He calls on the Lord in worship. And then he has his servants start digging a new well. It's this incredible sequence of actions that basically replants life and faith in this sacred place. But, just when you think he's in this safe, spiritual space, boom, earthly politics come knocking. An old rival suddenly appears on the horizon. So King Abimelech shows up, and you can just feel the tension. Isaac, totally justified, is like, why are you here? You're the one who drove me away. But Abimelech's response is amazing. He doesn't come with threats, he comes with total humility, and he openly admits, we can clearly see that God is with you. And what's so important is that they don't let that bad blood just sit there. Isaac prepares a feast, and the very next morning, they make it official. They swear a covenant of peace. It's this huge moment of diplomacy and hope, and it ends a conflict that had been going on for a long, long time. But this isn't a simple happily ever after moment. The ink on that treaty isn't even dry, and the consequences start rolling in ways that absolutely nobody could have seen coming. I mean, you can't make this timing up. On the exact same day they make this peace treaty, Isaac's servants come running with incredible news. The well they were digging has hit wire. It feels like a divine stamp of approval on the whole deal. So to lock this moment in history, Isaac makes it official. He names the place Beersheba, the Well of the Oath. He's forever linking this life-giving water not just to his father's story, but to this brand new promise of peace he just made. And then, just as everyone is celebrating, the whole mood is about to flip on a dime. His other servants, the ones who were digging a second well, they're coming back with their report. The news is simple, and it's devastating. We didn't find water. Just 4 words that change the entire feeling of the day. The celebration grinds to a halt. In this world, this isn't just a bit of bad luck. It's a sign. And this is where you really see Isaac's spiritual insight. He connects the dots in a heartbeat. He doesn't blame his servants or the dry ground. He sees the dry well as a revelation about the oath he just made. That peace treaty, it came with a cost, a hidden weight that has now suddenly been revealed. And that's the huge question this whole story leaves hanging in the air for us, right? It's a powerful look at how even our best intentions, our treaties, our agreements, our promises of peace, can carry these unforeseen burdens and reveal deeper truths that we never ever expected.